In this video, I wanted to talk about tools that can be used to practice bridge if you don't have a wooden dummy. When we have a wooden dummy in front of us, it's pretty easy to make contact with one of those wooden arms that's coming out of it and play with it as though it were a bridge on a human being. The wooden dummy is ideally suited to this. It's kind of why it exists, but they're expensive, they're bulky, and not a lot of people can justify the space in their apartment like myself. So what else can we use? Well, I have here a mic stand, and I have a lot of these around because I record some music at home. And you'll notice that this has an extending boom arm on it. And what I have taken to doing is using this boom arm as a means to practice bridge. It isn't as stable as a wooden dummy, but there are some advantages to that as well, because if you pock somebody's arm, it's not going to stay stable. It's not going to stay in the same spot like it would on a wooden dummy. This thing, when I pock it, it moves, which provides some element of maybe some realism over what the wooden dummy is going to provide. But there are definitely way more advantages to having a wooden dummy around. So on top of this thing, what I will say is that I practice bridge when I'm at the grocery store, when I'm pushing the cart. This is a futsal that I'll use usually, or I'll switch it up to like a palm strike or something. But I'll pay attention to the way that I'm pushing it. Once in a while, I'll even get like a bong in there if I'm like turning. It's a real subtle way to practice, bridge and making that connection between your hands and your legs. Being at the bus stop where you have like a vertical pole, it's another place that you can kind of play with this. It's more ideal to have something that's coming out horizontally, but you can still practice hewing around something that's vertical as well. So I would say look around you for all of the various objects that are in the area that can be used for practicing this. I guess does it stick out horizontally? Is it about the size of a human arm? Is it something that moves, or is it something that I can make move? The world is just full of this stuff. Bus stops. Poles that are supporting buildings. The poles in the bus for holding onto things. There's a lot of stuff out there that can be used. But this is a really good example of something that I like to use here at the house.